Episode 24 of my ride around the world, crossing the mountain range of Afghanistan and taking the path even the locals prefer to avoid, discovering amazing ancient architecture, bypassing donkey roadblocks, rolling around in the mud and getting caught riding at night. Coco Thunder Trouser time. Let's go. Good morning. It is now 6:30 a.m. I woke up quite early. It looks like today is going to be a long day. It is not quite light yet outside. It is cold. It is quite cold. One of the reasons, except the fact there's no heating, and outside is about 0 degrees, -1. And this is not making it warmer. There is literally a hole in the ceiling. This is kind of like camping inside, because officially the bed that they gave me is like this, so you just sleep inside that blanket. I am not completely a clean freak of a person. I don't wash these things. And now I'm about to backtrack a little bit, actually. And there is a village with some really cool historical stuff. This is a very curious thing. I always use disc clocks, and it looks like somebody was messing with my bike tonight. Because when I tried to see, I put the disc clock all the way. I don't know if you can see, but I put it all the way here. And I couldn't take the disc clock off. I just put the key in. I noticed that it's rammed all the way forward and sort of at an angle. Been right in there, jammed all the way to the front, and I had to take the rear one off, then move the bike a little bit backwards for me to get some space to be able to take this off. Use your disc clock, always. On the more pleasant note, I met this guy here. Was super helpful.
Hi there, guys. Hello, how are you?
And
I'm fine.
And helped me translate, because otherwise I don't think that I could explain that I want eggs. So now I have eggs with tomato, which is perfect. So thank you so much for translating.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks so much for you.
Yeah, the eggs are fantastic. So at least I get to have a proper breakfast before heading out. It's time to leave my place for the night. Tonight I've seen this village that seemed to have some really beautiful historical building. I'd like to go and have a look at those. Look at this place. This is so beautiful. This is what I wanted to go and have a look at. Assalamu alaikum. Camping, clothing, traveling. Farsi, sorry. I don't know. I can show you passport if you want passport. Passport? Very beautiful. Oh, you want it? That's the first. Most of the time they're not really looking for anything. They just want to know what you've got in there because they're nosy. I just wish they would put it back.
You're okay?
Hi, yeah. How are you? Yeah, this is where I wanted to stop in the morning. This looks really beautiful. Very old. Look, they cannot tell me how old it is. They're saying it's been a religious school of some sort, but they do not really speak English. I do not really speak Farsi. You can see all this delicate brickwork. It's so beautiful.
No problem.
Hi. Thank you so much for explaining it to me.
Thank you.
So the writings along the arch are in Arabic. It's Quran.
Yes.
And do you know what do they say?
That's ayat Quran.
So it's verses from Quran. So we have deciphered that this place is from the 13th or 14th century. So it's very old, very beautiful. And this is the second part that is sadly no longer standing. The impressive structure and the landscape. Afghanistan, similar to Iran, has so much history, and it's such a shame that for so long there's been so many wars and really complicated situation. I think this is the first time since the 70s that there are not in active conflict. I know the situation here is really difficult. Right? No doubts about that. The rights of women and the situation in general. I think it's good that more Westerners come here and talk to people, show them different side of Western culture other than just war. Then maybe things might slowly change. Hopefully more and more people can come to see these places. The city is magnificent. I've had no idea that this was here. Patterns look similar to the ones on the Minaret of Jam, which is where I'm hoping to go today also. First I should find petrol somewhere.
This is always very quick. Within a minute or two, there is an assembly of people that come to look at you, like a zoo.
I don't understand. I don't understand a single word.
Alright, next business of the day, hydration, and then I can set off.
We have water, but big? Big one? Only small. 3 or 4 actually.
Minaret of Jam.
How much?
Minaret of Jam.
Yes. 40.
While I was paying, more tellits came and it was time for the second passport check of the day. Well, second check within about 20 minutes. And it's selfie time. Alright, time to go.
Look at this place!
The scenery in Afghanistan changes very quickly. Within 30 minutes or an hour, you can be in a landscape that looks totally different.
I don't understand, but whatever it is, thank you.
This guy kept pulling me over, and I've had no idea what he wants until finally I stopped, and it turned out that
Good to meet you, man.
he just wanted a picture. And yes, he's blasting music from the speaker.
Sure. So that is a massive truck, and that massive truck has, I don't know, a lot of stuff at the top, but also a car, a spare tire, a lot of furniture of some sort, and a whole bloody car. Just when you think you've seen it all. The strangest thing is, the car is at the very top. I have no idea how they got it there. I'm sure it involved something creative, like driving it from the roof of something.
The landscape is occasionally broken up by these tiny villages, and I would love to spend a couple of days in one of them just getting to know the people. But equally, it can get a little bit frustrating because there really will be, 20, 30 people coming to look at you at all times. So you do kind of end up feeling like you're part of a zoo exhibit.
So I've just met Taliban Jeep, followed by 2 UN vehicles, and that's another Taliban Jeep. I'm curious if those were disused UN vehicles, or if there is something actually going on with the UN here.
That kid seems to be cleaning the mud from the road.
This is crazy. How old are these kids? I'm trying to not get covered in mud, but I don't think I'm gonna succeed. One thing for sure, you don't really want to make a mistake on this road. I don't know if you can see that car down there. Yeah.
It is not an unusual sight to see a vehicle that's just gone off the cliff and stayed there.
If you were ever thinking about why do all these guys have all their face and head covered, it's because of the dust. Keep as much dust of their face and their head as they can. Done the mistake of not noticing the little path on the left, so now the only path that remains for me is the mud path. A little while ago I almost flew off the cliff. Why do all these things happen when I'm not recording? There's these kids, really steep cliff, and they were throwing rocks down. I was going past them, and my strategy is that I'm always waving at them and hoping that that will avoid having the rocks thrown at me. Most of the time it actually works. And this kid was holding a particularly big rock. I was like, that might actually hurt
or damage my helmet or GoPro or something. So as I went past them and he looked like he's really thinking about throwing it, I've accelerated to get away, and I was looking at my rear mirror to see if something's happening, and I almost flew off the cliff. The lesson to be learned there is better to have a rock thrown at you than fly off a tall bloody cliff. This is definitely a no fuck up zone. 2 kids and a wife. You know, the real danger of Afghanistan is never getting anywhere because I keep stopping to take pictures. It's now about almost 2. I want to get to the Minaret of Jam before it's in the shade. I think I might already be too late. I kinda shouldn't really be stopping right now. Gun it for the minaret. Time to let the local traffic pass. These donkeys are carrying firewood that the guys would have gathered down there in the woods on the left side, and probably get caught up by the Talibs. I have one favorite strategy.
Salam alaikum.
In all of these situations, I just play totally dumb tourist.
So you're saying I need to go back? Salam alaikum.
Walaikum.
Hi.
Passport.
Of course.
Oh, passport ambitia.
A lot of the time they just take the picture of your passport because they can't really read it. Some of the time they will call somebody from the village that can read to help them translate and decipher what it is that your passport says. You also have to carry a road pass which is written in Farsi, but usually they cannot read that either.
Where's he? Oh, 1 second. Looks like I ran a Taliban checkpoint. I mean, I kinda knew, but usually they don't bother coming after you. I don't mind stopping, it's okay. Like, I don't mind talking with them, but there are so many. If every checkpoint, you know, takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you get stopped 10 times a day, that is an hour of your time, an hour of my life I never get back. I think that here they especially stop me. As far as I understand, it's partially also for my safety, so they're like keeping track of where the tourists are.
Slowly, the mud is becoming more and more present on the road as I travel further into the mountains, which is not something I'm super happy about. Yep, you get so many different types of terrain within a span of a couple of minutes. From the mud to this very soft sand where my tires are kinda refusing to work. It's not super pleasant.
Closing on the minaret. I'm worried that I am too late. Well, that's pleasant. That is fucking deep. Did I miss a bridge somewhere? I feel like I should have just gone through the water.
This is a sad thing that people always really want to talk and communicate, but I can never understand anything they're saying, and vice versa.
Sorry, I don't speak the language. Okay, this one is not that deep. Oh, how many tracks are there?
Alright, let's wait for the next one to pass. Alright, time to go. This second one is so much more pleasant than the first one was.
Yeah, the first one was almost up to my air intake. That was scary. Stupid of me to not walk it first. Yeah, flooding my engine is at the very last things that I would like to experience. I'm wet up till my thighs. There's a lot of trucks around here. There must have been some brutal floods. That house is literally missing like a huge chunk. Well, it is very pretty, and there is a river that I don't fancy. It is a big bloody river. Yeah. It's too big. Yeah, if I... No. In the water.
This is the famous Minaret of Jam. This stood here for 800 years. How crazy is that? Just look at the amount of detail. It is so intricate and it's so incredible that it survived for so long. I had really nice drone shots of this, and I have no idea what happened with my card, but I sadly don't have those shots anymore. And I have to tell you, I'm really crying about that. Though for sure I will be back to Afghanistan at some point in the future, so hopefully I'll be able to take those again.
Normally they charge for the, the $18 or something. The guy that actually charges the money is on the other side of the river. I didn't cross the river, and these two Taliban guys were there with me. And at first they were like, yeah, just have a look and go. But when I took drone shot, when I took a picture with the camera, even before I took the drone shot, starting to ask like money. In the end, probably because they couldn't find the guy, or like couldn't reach the guy who is supposed to take the money from me, they were just like, okay, just go. So here is the tough part of today, because I've not had enough, clearly. The route to where I know is a hotel is 112 kilometers from here. If I'm sort of doing alright, then I'm going around 30 per hour. You can see why. I'm already pretty tired. I've set off around 8 this morning. It's 4:30 now. It'll be dark in about an hour. Yeah. You might say that I should start planning better.
It always goes from like a totally barren wasteland to these pockets of civilizations with animals, villages, people, where everything is green. Crazy.
How am I getting past all of these? Because they are not going very fast, but there is a lot of them. Are these tables? I have no idea what are they transporting. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Not too good. Definitely don't feel too good about breathing it. Alright. Let's punch it. 2 down, 4 to go.
I am eating so much dust and fumes right now, and there's just no way to overtake these most of the time.
Oh, this is brutal. One. Last one. Oh, that was torturous with the fumes and the dust. Oh. And I obviously have a dark visor on, so I can't really put it down, or I can, but then I'm not gonna see anything. Well, I still have 67 kilometers to go. I've just passed the Taliban checkpoint, who were very friendly and kept shining the light on me so I could change my visor. It is getting pretty cold. There's a lot of flies. They didn't really make my life easy. It's now 6:15. Oh, things are going slow. Now it's like a bit of a better section. Believe it or not, the altitude is a little bit lower. We're at 2,250 meters.
The road is pretty treacherous. You can't see it, but the drop off the cliff to the right side is enormous.
Entering the town, and now there's a road, like a normal road, no holes. You see all of these lights. There's electricity, there's road, there's got to be a shower. There's gotta be a shower for me somewhere. I will find it, I will have it, but first, hopefully, I will eat. Time football. Afghanistan continues to surprise.
This was unexpected. This guy pulled over trying to help me, and he was totally, and I mean totally, blackout drunk. In Afghanistan, unusual.
Just no problem. All good, man. All good.
Meanwhile, this kid came out of the guest house and started negotiating the price with me. Needless to say, in Afghanistan, you must always negotiate, because when they see a foreigner, they're, the sort of dollar signs flash in their eyes, and they will be asking you price that is multiple times higher than what the actual rate is. So if they're asking you for, let's say, 3,000. The price you're aiming for is probably around 1,000-ish, which is what we've eventually settled on.
Okay, so this is my new room. I think big upgrade from yesterday. $3 more than yesterday. Supposedly there's hot water and they're just preparing food. So tired. It's 9 p.m. now. So I've set off at 8 and so that's a solid 13 hours. I am dead.
Day 2 of crossing Afghanistan through the mountain road that nobody wants to take. Please, if you watched until now, give it a like and subscribe, whether you like it or not. Please do it. It really helps me out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.